from your weather authority, meteorologist Ron Rhodes.
It is 11:31 as we get closer to the afternoon. In an afternoon where the temperature is going to be tumbling and the winds are going to be picking up, it's going to be a tough one to take. The good news is, and this time of the year this happens a lot in the tri-state, yes, we've got a shot of some Canadian air, some really cold air headed our way, the coldest we've seen since the middle of November. But it's not lasting long. We're going to warm back up on Saturday in the afternoon after a cold start to Saturday, and then we're going to be up around 50 for a high on Sunday. Not a bad looking weekend, and better to have the good days off the weekend, right? Let's take a look at what we've got going on our tower cams, and this is our Kincaid camera shaking a little bit from the wind, and a barge working its way upriver and under the Blue Bridge. Pretty cool shot right here from the Hampton Inn, and you can see the trolley. Let me go back. Yeah, there we go. You can barely see the trolley down there, bottom of the screen, as it works its way through downtown Owensboro. Love that trolley. So we take a look at the temperatures. Well, first of all, let's take a look downtown Evansville. You can see the river's browner. The river is rising. Watch out for the deer out there, too. And it's going to rise above flood stage. It looks like it's going to be cresting midweek next week, about a foot above flood stage here in Evansville. Flood stage is 42 feet. But we're already starting to see some lowland flooding out there, and that's the reason why the deer are starting to run to higher ground in places where they normally aren't, like roads, unfortunately. And we've got our Heads Construction camera out back, really, with the jitters because the wind is starting to pick up here in the Henderson area. So we take a look at the temperature, 34 degrees, north-northwest wind. Now we're seeing that kick at 16 miles an hour. Pressure's on the rise. It was falling quickly yesterday. It is rising quickly today. And you get in between these two stronger pressure systems that we have seen, you get these strong winds in between. Got the strong gradient, and that's what we're noticing right now. High pressure is going to build in. It's going to be right on top of us tomorrow. The wind will not be a big deal after early morning, but during the early morning, still enough of a wind to put wind chills close to zero tomorrow. Here's that colder air. Look at the temperature drop in Florida, now down to 21 degrees, 25 in Fairfield, 28 in Vincennes, as this shot of cold air continues to push down to the southeast. Temperatures already dropped 3 degrees here in Evansville, so the cold air is starting to seep in, and the winds are going to start to pick up even more than what they have. We'll see winds sustained better than 20 miles an hour, and we see that right now up in Florida, 23, 24 in Vincennes. The wind's backed off a little bit in Carmi, which was at 22 miles an hour. Still a pretty good wind, though, at 16 miles an hour. You factor that in. The wind chill right now in Florida, 5 degrees. It is 17 in Carmi. It is 19 in Fairfield, 14 in Vincennes. So brutally cold air really starting to usher its way in. Live first warning Doppler radar. It looks like a little bit of snow cutting out of Pike County into DuBois County. Not much more than a few flakes. And we got a chance for a few flurries out there this afternoon, too, before the clouds finally break up later on tonight. Rainfall amounts over the past couple of days. Heaviest I could find right there on the Hopkins and McLean County border. You see that little blotch of green? Boom. 1.1 inches. Not a big dousing, but big enough. At the Evansville Airport, just a shade under an inch of rain recorded yesterday, 0.94. So here's a look at Storm Tracker. You can see a few breaks in the clouds. There aren't many, but we have seen a little bit of sunshine here in Evansville, and we're going to be seeing a few breaks in the clouds to the west later this afternoon as we start to get some clearing going on. Hopefully in time for a decent-looking sunset. You can see some wraparound clouds, though, coming back into St. Louis, but we will clear out as that high pressure noses its way in from the northwest, and our future tracker is indicating that. By 4 o'clock, pretty much along and west of the Wabash, we're starting to see some clearing. Still plenty of clouds, though, southwest Indiana and western Kentucky. And then as we head into the evening, and I think we'll see a few breaks right around sunset time. The sun is setting right around 5:30 Central Time for most of us here in the tri-state. Maybe a few flakes of snow later on this evening to the northeast, but we clear out and we've got plenty of sunshine in store for us tomorrow. It's just going to be plenty cold tomorrow, but not as windy tomorrow. Plenty windy today, though. And we still can see a few flurries out there. Northwest wind at around 10 to 25 miles an hour. Clouds and some sunshine, especially to the west later on today. Temperatures falling into the 20s. And as you take a look at the next 7 days, now, tomorrow we start the day at 13. Keep in mind, though, we've got wind still out there at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. Not a big wind tomorrow morning, but enough to put wind chills down around zero. And at some times we might even see the temperature, feels like temperature, drop below zero. But 28 for a high, plenty of sunshine tomorrow. Some sunshine on Saturday, a high of 47, getting a little windier, but warming up. Right around 50 on Sunday. Probably the better of the 2 days over the weekend, even though it's going to be a little cloudier, we'll still get some sunshine. And then we warm up into the upper 50s on Monday, Angie.
Well, thank heaven.
But we're warming up to some rain. Good chance of rain on Tuesday. Check this out. Norm Klein, he always gets such good work. This is an owl flying right at you. He said he didn't look too happy with him. Isn't that an awesome shot? This is Mesa Lake, and it's just outside of Mount Carmel in Illinois. Norm gets some of the best shots you're going to find in nature, and he sends them my way. He's a great follow on Twitter, @NikonNorm.
Nikon Norm. Well, coming up next, great music from my friend Rusty Tabor. Wish him happy birthday, by the way. Tomorrow's his birthday. Yeah.